I have had a varying experience with avoidance. I've had 4 major relationships that definitely shaped me as a person. So my first husband was extremely avoidant, and yes, you're completely right. They're great people with sadness and heartbreak. He had severe abuse and neglect as a child, and so I saw him as this person who deserved so much more love and so much more warmth and care than he ever got, and that's all I wanted to do, was to give him that. The second avoidant was a guy that I fell head over heels for within, I don't know, a few weeks. It was the first guy that I truly fell in love with after I divorced my first husband. He was going through a very similar situation where he was trying to figure out who he was going to be in the world and his purpose, and his whole job situation had kind of changed, and he broke up with me over the phone abruptly because he got a job 2 hours away, and he said that he wasn't willing to even try long distance. But he'd already admitted to me that he had fallen in love with me too, and that was just it. Like, he turned those emotions off. The third avoidant was a 9-month relationship. I fell head over heels for this guy and was just so in love with him. Again, he said he loved me too, broke up with me from the other side of the world because he just couldn't do it. He just couldn't love me in that way. He couldn't commit to me. And then this one hurt a lot because he then had a serious relationship less than 6 months later. That girl ended up moving in, and we were neighbors, so I had to watch the entire thing happen right in front of my eyes. And then the final avoidant that I was heartbroken by was my second husband, who made all of these promises and was this wonderful guy who held the door open and did all of these amazing gestures in the beginning. And I just had this hope of, like, this is it. I finally found my person in the world. And as soon as he felt like I wasn't going anywhere, all of the extremely painful behaviors began, and I just slowly faded into being invisible in that relationship, begging for him to meet my needs, begging for him to give me even a sliver of his attention, and it never happened. So believe me when I tell you that I completely understand. They start out as these great people, and you know that that person still exists inside of them. Eventually, the destructive behaviors, the coldness, the inattention becomes so crippling and so heartbreaking that you have no other choice but to let them go or be left.